And I was like, oh my God, she's finna medically disqualify me because my knees popped. Like, I was actually scared. What's up everybody, my name is Callie Green, and if you clicked on this video, I'm assuming you're going to MEPS soon. I just went through the entire MEPS process not too long ago, so I'm making this video to tell you what you should be ready to expect. If you're new here, click the subscribe button. I'm going to be posting a ton of Air Force content. I leave for basic in 2 days, so I have a ton of things coming, and I'm here to answer all of your questions. I know before I went to MEPS, I was the one that watched a million YouTube videos. Before I did anything, I was watching a million YouTube videos. So if you have any questions at all, females, even males, anybody, I'm here to answer all your questions. So I went to MEPS literally 3 separate times because their system ended up crashing the second time I went. But the first time I went was for the ASVAB. You do have the option to take the ASVAB the same day you're doing your medical stuff, but I chose to do it 2 separate days. But if you live in a city really far away from MEPS, I would understand why you would take it the exact same day. However, I chose to do it on 2 separate occasions because they were both pretty stressful and long days. This video is not going to be about the ASVAB at all, but if you have any questions about that, I can answer them in the comments or make another video regarding that. So the day of your in-processing at MEPS, you are going to get there at 5:45 in the morning. This is how it was for me. A whole bunch of us got there at 5:45 in the morning. You can either choose to stay at the hotel the night before or drive yourself there. Since I stay in a city where there is a MEPS, I chose to drive myself there, but there are a ton of people that I met that were like from 3 hours away. So they obviously stayed at a hotel and shuttled there. And then when you first get there, everyone's gonna line up outside and someone's gonna come out and give you a briefing about what is expected to happen. So after you get through security and everything, you're gonna go to the front and they know you're there for in-processing. I'm assuming you already know what to wear to MEPS because your recruiter should have told you, but please show up to MEPS in the correct dress code. Don't wear sweatpants, don't wear leggings. Don't wear body jewelry at all. Don't have nails on, don't have toenail polish on, none of that. Show up in the MEPS dress code because you don't want to have to leave and come back again. Just show up exactly how you're supposed to because they're going to be looking at everything. So the first thing you're going to do when you go there is go straight to your liaison. Depending on what branch you join, you are going to have your own liaison. For me, I went to the Air Force liaison and I was like, hey, I'm here. And he was like, perfect, go to medical. Set all your stuff down, go to medical. So I went straight to medical, and my medical screening process was a little bit different. And this is going to be from a female perspective because it was a bit different for females the day that I went. So the day that I went, there was only 4 females compared to like over 20 something guys. So they separated the females and the guys just to make the process go a lot quicker for us. So the first thing you're going to do, male or female, is sit inside of a room and they're going to give you a briefing about what's going to happen. They're going to tell you, don't lie. We're going to see every part of you. We're going to see all your medical history. Don't lie to us. Just give you a briefing that they have to give you. And then you're going to start the entire medical screening process. So this is not going to be in any specific order. I'm just going to explain to you every single thing that you're going to experience on the medical side of MEPS. So you're going to strip down to your bra and underwear. They're going to take your height and weight. You're going to put your clothes back on, but you will strip again later on. You have to pee in a cup, and this is so they can pregnancy test you and drug test you. You will be peeing in front of someone. If you're a girl, yes, I peed in front of the girl doctor. She just had to make sure that I wasn't using any fake pee or anything. You can't wear any sweater or anything in there. You pee in front of her, boom, you hold your cup, you hand it to another doctor. That's it. There will be a hearing and vision test. The hearing test is when they take you inside of a room, put these headphones on you, you hear beeping noises, and you click the button every time you hear the noises just to make sure you can hear. The vision test is just like any vision test you get at an eye doctor. And if you are going to the Air Force, you will take a depth perception test, which is just another type of vision test that you take only if you're going to the Air Force. You will also breathe into a breathalyzer just to make sure you didn't show up to MEPS drunk. I am assuming no one's going to show up to MEPS drunk, but please do not show up to MEPS drunk. My recruiter also told me do not use mouthwash the day of MEPS just because many mouthwashes do have alcohol in them and it could pick up on the breathalyzer or something. I don't know. Don't use mouthwash because they will test you to see if you have any alcohol in your system. They are going to draw your blood. For females, this is another pregnancy test, and it's also going to be sent to a lab for an HIV test. You will also go into a room with someone and tell them your entire medical history. Most of these things you've already told your recruiter, and it's in their system already. So you're going to be going over the same information you told your recruiter. They're going to see if you have any new information that you didn't tell your recruiter. They're going to ask you all types of questions. But my advice to you is to tell them the exact same things you told your recruiter. If you have any questions about what not to tell them, please let me know. But there are many videos out there that tell you what not to tell your recruiter. And then the last thing I did was the entire physical exam. So this is when you're going to strip down again to your bra and underwear. Girls, do not wear sports bras. Your recruiter should tell you that, but don't wear sports bras. You have to wear just a regular type of bra because they do have to check your back for scoliosis. You take everything off except for your bra and panties, even your socks. You have to walk barefoot on the floor. It's kind of nasty, but they have to check your feet as well. So this is when they check out your entire body, and this is where they make you do the duck walk. It's not as scary as you think. It's not hard. When I did my duck walk, when I squatted down, my knees popped so loud. I was the only one in the room. My knees popped so loud, and I was like, oh my God, she's finna medically disqualify me because my knees popped. Like, I was actually scared because when I went down to do the duck walk, they popped so loud, and I was like, here it is. But she was like, girl, that's fine. So you do your duck walk back and forth, and they do all types of other things, just testing your mobility, your joint mobility, making sure you can do basic things. And then she will tell you to completely undress, put on a gown, and come into a separate room. I'm not sure what happens during this part for males. I've heard a few things, but I'm going to tell you what happens for females. She's going to look at your breast, and she's going to look at your lady parts just to make sure there's no signs of anything. She wasn't looking very hard. She wasn't like taking her time and looking through everything. She did a quick glance, boom. She's not going to be searching all up in there. And that was all of the medical side. After that, we went through a few more things. And then she told me after that I was medically qualified and I could go back up to the front. So the medical part was the part I was the most nervous about, but it went by actually pretty quick, thankfully, because the girls were separated from the guys and there was only 4 of us. So it was a pretty quick process because we got done before any of the males did. I was actually the first one done that day with medical, and it was great because I was very stressed about medical. I don't know why, just hearing everything about the duck walk and everything, I was like, this is gonna be so much, but it wasn't. It was quick and easy, boom, done. And then the rest of the process usually would have been pretty quick, but their system crashed the day I went. It was right before a huge winter storm hit and a cold front was coming through, and all of the MEPS system crashed. Every single one of them, not just ours. So of course that would happen the day I went. But what usually happens is you will sign all of your enlistment paperwork. You're not signing contracts, 4 or 6 years or anything. You don't do any of that until you get a job. It is possible to get a job at MEPS. However, I did not sign a contract for a job that day because they did not have any jobs that interest me. But you will sign paperwork that says you are enlisting into the Air Force, and you will also do your fingerprinting. I had to come back a 3rd time to MEPS because their fingerprint system was down. I took my fingerprints, but the system did not take them, so I had to come back a separate time, which is rare. It shouldn't happen when you go, but that's how it was for me. I had to go all the way back to MEPS and do the entire fingerprinting again, but that's it. So after you sign a bit of paperwork, it's a little bit more waiting. And then I went back to talk to my liaison. You will sign a few more things. He was like the closest thing you have to your recruiter there. We really just finished some last minute paperwork things. He put the last minute things into the system, said that I was medically qualified, just finished everything that needed to be finished in the system. And then after that, you have to wait to swear in. A lot of people swear in together. They don't do it one by one. So you have to wait till other people are ready to swear in as well. It took us longer because the systems were down, but it was really fun. There was a ton of people there going through the exact same process, and I actually made a bunch of friends at MEPS because we're all just sitting there bored, watching movies, like laughing, having a good time. They fed us, so we all got to eat together. Like, it was a fun time. It wasn't boring or anything. I had a really good MEPS experience, but it was a little bit of sitting around and waiting. And then when it's time to swear in, they're gonna call you up. A group of people are gonna go back. You're gonna sign more paperwork, and then you're gonna go into a room and swear in. So your parents, nobody is allowed into the room or anything. No one's allowed to come with you at MEPS. However, they did broadcast the entire thing on Facebook. So my mom, who really wanted to be there, got to see the entire thing on Facebook. And then after that, you're good. You tell your recruiter you're done. And then the rest of the process is a different story. But that is everything that I experienced at MEPS. Of course, everyone's experience is going to be different because everyone has a different medical background. Everyone has different medical problems. But that is what you should be expecting at MEPS. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. I know it's a scary, long process joining the Air Force. Literally any question at all, please ask it. I'm here to answer it. I'm here to help. I leave for basing in 2 days, and I'm going to be posting a bunch of content. So please subscribe, follow my TikTok, follow my Instagram, all those fun things. Let me know again if you have any questions, and thank you for watching.